know that the kids are doing good, right? Because they're the ones who really need to hear it. All right, now, really quick chat question. I want you guys to type into the chat, what is one way you positively provide positive contact for your students? All right, what is one way? So, all right, so let's see in the chats. Are we getting anything? Everyone has to participate. So in the chat, what is one? There we go. All right, giving verbal kudos for positive behavior. I provide positive contact when visiting our GCAC. Did I say that right? GCAC, okay, sites. By making sure I say hello to everyone and ask how their days are going. That's great. Always at the end of the day telling them to have a great evening. That's awesome. Yes, I love that from Whitney. Yes, I am doing it. All right, good, good. Any other strategies that anyone wants to kind of throw up there? The trick to this, again, is to be intentional about it. It can't be something that you just kind of do every now and then. Once you've really kind of integrated that into your system, you should be doing that every day. So it becomes a kind of routine for the kids. You know, we're going to talk about routines and procedures later on, but what about a powerful routine of just being positive? We're going to be positive. That's going to be our routine. Our procedure is going to be to come in and say hello to everyone every day. Now, when I talk about these routines and procedures, I'm not just talking about the students, I'm talking about the staff as well, right? Because we have to get the staff are the ones who are going to drive this initiative, and they're the ones who are going to create that feeling, all right? Someone saying hello to everyone, knowing students' names, absolutely, Janet, knowing their names. If you don't know their names, you can't, if you haven't paid into that emotional bank, you're not going to be able to get that payout when you need it, right? And say hello to everyone, they leave, say goodbye. I also have a parent who started a new job, and I make sure to ask how it's going. What a really great strategy, Brittany, right? Connecting with the parents, they're going to be your best allies when things get tough with the students. Putting on your game face, ready for the day. All right, awesome. Love those feedback. Love those. Thank you for sharing. All right, we're going to jump back in to the PowerPoint. All right, cool. So, can everyone see still the PowerPoint now?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so authentic connections. How many of you have heard of when they talk about the 2x10 strategy? Positive, we were just talking about the 2x10 method, all right? When we're thinking in terms of the 2x10 method, what we're talking about is meeting with the students or having some form of connection with the students. Let's say this is a strategy for dealing with students that you're struggling with, all right? That student who, no matter how many times you try to do positive contact or whatever, you're just not getting through to that student, all right? A lot of times you really have to make a concerted effort to connect with that student outside of just the normal day-to-day after school thing. So what you do is you say in a 10-day period, your goal is to spend at least 2 minutes per day with that student, 10 days in a row, all right? Now, those 2 minutes, I know in your head, you're like, oh my God, 2 minutes. But if you think about it, time yourself when you're talking to a friend of yours and see how quickly 2 minutes goes in a conversation, right? Because what you're trying to do here, you're not going to be talking about behaviors. You're not going to be talking about the matrix. What you're going to be talking about is you're going to be building a friendship with the student, all right? So that could be as simple as, hey, are you going to watch the Rams game today? Who do you like? Are you a Patriots? I hope we're all Patriots fans on this call. I mean, Rams fans on this call. Are you a Rams fan? Are you a Patriots fan? Are you going to go to the, you know, those conversations that are meaningful to the student? Find out what the student likes. What are you going to do this weekend? How do your family spend your vacations? Anything that allows you to connect with the students, but also where you get to share with the student a little bit about yourself, all right? If you do that for 2 minutes a day and make it where it is not connected to any type of outcome, because that's the first thing the student, when the first time, if you don't normally do this, the student will be probably a little bit put off, wonder why, okay, I'm in trouble again, especially if it's a student who has a history, right, of having challenges. So the first few times you do it, you're gonna have to break through that wall and them going, oh my God, what did I do? What is he about to get on me for, right? And you gotta, hey, listen, I'm just chatting with you. Let's, you know, we're walking the snack now, have a conversation with that kid. It's easy to do, but it pays off in huge ways, all right? In huge ways, okay? So what I want you to do when you're thinking in terms of those students that you're struggling with at your school now, I want you to think about this. How can I integrate a 2x10 strategy for these kids and see how it works? And I would love to hear about it, Danielle, and I would definitely love to hear about it in the next training. I would love to hear how adding that 2x10 kind of engagement with the kid really helps with you to create stronger bonds and create those authentic connections, all right? Any questions on that? Is anyone using something similar to that? Nope. All right, cool. So Another tip that we have for these whole relationship and building these connections, we showed you the getting to know me piece. Remember, we talked about that, and that one was awesome. And that one, remember, we had where you create a kind of a portfolio for yourself. This one, this is Miss Amanda. In it, we see what her favorite outdoor game is, one thing to love about the job, one thing you don't know about me. All little things like this do a lot towards making you human in the eyes of your students, right? That humanity is what allows them to connect with you, okay? You're not the scary person who's above the desk, especially for the little ones. You're not the scary person who just sits behind a desk. You're a real person who likes soccer, you know, all right? You also want to make sure that the students have an opportunity to play with the game as well. So you're learning about them, they're learning about you, you know, they're learning about each other. It's not just about them connecting with you, it's about them connecting with each other. You're creating an environment of inclusion in your school based upon this knowledge of each other, right? It's harder to bully someone when you know that they really like the culinary club and that's something that you really like that you didn't realize, and now you have a bond, all right? It's harder to be mean to that person. So these kind of connections will help you overall, which is your general classroom management, but it will also help the students to feel more safe and secure, okay?